Give me a second.
Good afternoon, Anita.
A very good afternoon. The password is not correct. Oh.
That 8 is missing.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sorry. My cut and copy make a mistake. Okay. Yeah. This is the question. We'll start the class now. Start with the prayer. Can you able to hear my voice, right? Clearly?
Yeah, we can hear.
Awesome.
You can start the recording.
Didn't I started already? It's running.
Okay.
Close your eyes, palms together, seek the blessing from your Guru Goddesses. Simply button, slowly open your eyes. Okay. Today also we are going to see the same three sections. First we are going to see the Gocharam, followed with the our class of lesson of today, and ending up with the horoscope discussion. Okay. Let me see if anybody wants to see. Yeah, now the today's Gocharam is something special. Okay. Today's Gocharam is something special. What is that? We'll see. Guru in the Mithuna, Chandra in the Kadaka, Ketu in the Simha, Mangal Budan Rago in the Kumbha, Sani Shukran in the Meena, Shukran in the Mesha. As usual, we have the king and queen. First thing we have to see our king, who is Suryan, queen that is Chandran. Somewhat this workplace Zoom was modified the option. So, so as usual, we have to see the king and the queen, Surya and the Chandra. And this month is also the special month. In Tamil, the Tamil peoples will follow one, particularly this month. We call it as the Panguni Madam. Panguni is the name of the month. Madam is the meaning of the month, a synonym of the month. Particularly on the Uttara Nakshatram, people will celebrate it as a very great festival. Most of the peoples followed from generation to generation. This is the very particularly on the Uttara Nakshatra. The possibly it's coming on the April 1st. So they celebrate very well. Because that is going to give you the generation of the wealth and the health in the family. So they particularly celebrate in this particular month on that nakshatra, and coming along with the Paurnami, full moon. It's all combined together, then the health, wealth, and the relationship will be flourished, and whatever the desires will be fulfilled. So the
Day of
people
divine wedding, right?
sorry?
The day of divine wedding, Pangani Uttram.
Yes. And the divine wedding is also because of the what is that, the fire and the earth element was joining together. So that is the element that is the power of the divine energy also. It will give you that kind of an energy in everybody's life. Okay, let's come back to here. Particularly on the April 1st, the people who waiting for their marriage, or the parents may worry about, particularly this the Panguni Utram, mainly for the descendant of the male. I mean the male hires only for the, especially the Panguni Utram only for the males. How come the Sashti will be for the females, but this one is for the males only? Main benefit for the males only. If the male was not waiting for the marriage, or the marriage getting some kind of an obstacles or struggles in their life, they are not finding their match. And when this particular day is coming, morning or the evening, if they pray to the God, whoever the God which they believe very much, particularly, or else they don't, they think like, no, I don't have any specific gods, then pray to your Kuladevata. That is more than enough. And lit the lamp and do all, if you know any pujas you do that in the morning and the evening, and pray wholeheartedly, believe in the divine's nature. That leads you the way to find the exact match, right match for you. And particularly if the parents was asking, okay, my son have to get married this kind of the girl, and this kind of the girl have to be come into our life as a daughter-in-law. If the parents was having a kind of the prayers, this is the best. So the Pangani Utram will give you this kind of the wonderful blessing. And here in Tamil Nadu, those people will celebrate a lot, particularly on the Panguni month and the Uttara Nakshatra, and along with the Paurnami. Without the Paurnami, the energy was not there. So these three combined together will give you the tremendous energy, and whatever the wishes you wished for, it will be fulfilled. Okay. Mostly in our group we have the Reiki healers and the crystal healers. This is the best day to energize your crystals also. If you are doing the Reiki healing, you can very best day for energize your wand, the crystals, and every other materials. If you are the people who used for the salt for the bathing, then this is the best day to energize your salt itself. Some people will use the bath salt for their bathing. This is the best day that this Purnami will give you the tremendous energy. Okay, let's come back here. Okay, now we'll see the puja. Surya and the Chandra. Surya in the Panguni month, we already saw that. So the king was done. Let's see about the queen. When the Chandra was here, we already know about this. This is the fire element. This is the earth element. This is the what is this element? Anybody can tell me what is the Mithuna for? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. And this is the water. This is the water. Okay. Here, one cycle was finished. And consider here, this is the knot. If you see the people who tie the knot on the hand or in the ankle, they put the knot for particularly in the odd numbers 7, 8, 7, 9, and 11. People will use the even numbers also for different purpose. Okay. Okay, let's come back to the knot here. So this is the one cycle was ending. Let's make us all the time. Then again, the fire, earth, air, and the my God, one. So fire, earth, air, and here
Water.
is water. Okay,
Water.
So water will finish here. Okay, then again, fire, earth, air, water. Then here will finish. Okay. So what is this circle here? So here, this is the water element. This is the fire element. This is the water, and here is the fire, and this is the water, and this is the fire. And when the Chandra was, when we learn about the nakshatra, when we are going to learn about the nakshatra, I will tell you that trick here. But now we'll see on based on a Rashi's rule. So when the Chandra moving from water Rashi to the fire Rashi, that is from the Kadaga Rashi to the Simha Rashi, this point will considered as the Gantanta. Gantanta means in the literal meaning, it is a kind of a knot. One cycle was finished, then another cycle is going to start. So when this period, when the Chandra was moving from water element to the fire element, this is the time, that particular duration of the time, you should not perform any kind of the rituals which is very auspicious. You should not do. You should not start anything auspicious. You should not start anything of the beginning. Okay, I'm going to start the business now. No, don't do that. Yeah, I'm going to do this celebration, that celebration. Try not to start between these time. Okay. And if the child was born on this particular time, what does it mean? the child will come with the n number of the karmic knots, and it's going to struggle to untie that knots in his life or in her life. That is the meaning of that. So literally, when the kid was born on this time is not very much auspicious. The kid is going to face a number of struggles and obstacles. Okay, so that's what I'm going to say here. Moon, when it's moving from the water sign to the fire sign, that is, it's not a good one. First of all, what it is symbolize? It is symbolize the karmic knots and instability. The life should not be stable. The happiest life, the stable life, the people who are born on this time should not even believe in that. Okay. What are the key junctions? From the Scorpio to the Sagittarius? That's what I mentioned it here. From Vrikshika to the Dhanu, and the Meena to the Mesha. And now today, why I'm mentioning here? Today, the happening now. 2:38, it's going to start. And from Chandra is moving from Kadagarasi to the Simmarasi. Okay, we are not anchoring any other planets, only Chandra. When the Chandra is moving from water to the fire element, this will happen. Okay, let's see about the Pancham. Okay, the one that's what I mentioned in the key junctions. Let's see about the Pancham. If you can see the it's the time. Okay, here the time is about 4. I guess it's 2:38. Yes, here. It starts from the 2:38, then it's prolonged after that. Okay. Let's see about the Tithi. Tithi is the Ekadasi up to 7:46 a.m. Now it was the Dwadasi. Nakshatra is the Aslesha. When we are learning about the Nakshatra, we came to know that when the Aslesha to the Makar Nakshatra, the Kantanta will start. That's why the Aslesha is up to 2:38 and the Maga Nakshatra. And then the Yoga is the Triti, Shula, Karana is the Vishti, Bhava, Balava, Vigdesa, Ravivara, Paksha is the Shukla Paksha. Okay. This particular full moon day, the coming full moon day, which is going to happen April 1, that is the coming Wednesday, is a very powerful full moon. If you are following the for any Lakshmi pujas on the particularly on full moon day, it becomes it multiples n number of times. If you had any wish, that is the one that is a very best day for your prayer also. Okay, now let's getting into our second section of our horoscope lessons. Now we are going to start with the ninth law. Okay. Nava means 9. So Adipati, Navamadipati means the 9th Lord. First, before we knowing about the 9th Lord, let's understand about what is the 9th house significance. 9th house is for your Bhagyastha. What kind of the Bhagyam you acquire from your previous lifetime and come back here. So again, it's not the Pitrusthana means the okay, here it's not mentioning about your child. This is mentioning about the ancestors. Okay. Pitru Tarpanam, you heard about this, that about the Pitru, that a Pitru. Okay, here. What is it meaning? Where your father's ancestors, who were in your father line, father heritage, father inheritance, that people's what kind of the karma, what kind of karma means it's a combination of the good and bad only. Here, whatever the karma benefits or karma demerits, whatever it is, they transmit to one generation to another generation to another generation. So what is that meaning? Imagine you born in this life. In the same generation, three generations before or 4 generations before, you may born in the same lineage, and you may be the grandfather to the person you are now. You may be the grandson of the other person of you also in the previous life. So it goes on like that. How the karma travels. Once if the person was doing all the good things, even if he backed with all kind of the good deeds, a number of the good karmas in his or in her life, in this next lifetime, the same karma will going to benefit you. That is, becomes the punya for you. Then imagine a situation, you were very arrogant, very cruel, and you did all kind of the bad deeds in your life. And that is also going to transmit from one generation to another generation as the power. I mean, that becomes a bad deeds. So it goes on like this until unless when in your bag there was no good deeds, there is no bad deeds. When you are empty, your lifetime will be empty. So the cycle will becomes again and again, again and again. That is the kind of the punya which you are receiving from your father lineage. This is mentioning about the father's lineage only, father inheritance. So that kind of the punyam, how much you acquire from your ancestors, particularly from your fatherland, don't forget. And this is about the bhagyastha. How much your fortune in your life. You feel like because of fortune, I met this people, I'm doing this work, I learned this art, I learned this, that one. I am fortunate about eating this kind of the food. I'm fortunate about living my life. Whatever the things you feel, whichever it is fortunate, especially this is mentioning about your fortune. Okay, then which I've already said about the Purva Punya. It is mentioned about the father here. The father is also, some people may say, no, I don't have a father, but I treat someone as my father. That is also mentioned, it can signify that person is also a ninth house significance. Father-like figure. Your gurus. Guru means, your guru's guru, all come under the ninth house. If you are going for a sea voyage, a long sea voyage, in the Vedic astrology, when it was written, they considered it as a travel from one place to another. The main transport system is the sea, and otherwise they have to walk. Or when the transport becomes improvised from one thing to another, the days was decreased. Imagine a situation. Now it was considered as a long voyage. Earlier, the people considered as a long voyage means traveling through the sea only. Now, even in the long sea voyage, you can nowadays you can travel across to the flight also. Now, consider it is the country to country travel or another country travel, or you have to come back through the flight 24 hours of the journey. Consider it is a very long travel. Higher education. You may be well versed in your life. But you finished your basic education, you finished your middle level education, you finished your higher level education. Your entire school was done super good, and there was no obstacle in it. But when you're moving for your higher education, graduation, post graduation, you are not able to move, particularly in your post graduation, you are not able to move. And even if you step into it, if there was some obstacle will come, you feel like, okay, I will do it later. I will do it later. That kind of the thing will also be represented in the ninth house. That is what higher education. Yeah, are you able to finish your higher education or not? The planet is going to support you to finish your higher education or not? It's all defined in your ninth house. Okay. With all this kind of the significance, who's going to overlook this? Who's going to rule this? That is your ninth. Okay? Ninth house lord. Now we are going to see ninth lord in various bhavas. You know this meaning, right? I guess now we are in a ninth house. Everybody will know about this meaning. Ninth lord in
Yes.
various, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Ninth lord in first house, ninth lord in second, third, fourth, till 12th house. Definitely ninth lord will be one or the other house. Yes. So that is that we are going to see in our upcoming classes also. Okay. Now if you say, no, I can't remember anything in the ninth house, I need a simple three line words or three words only. Remember father or father like figure, guru. Consider it as a path, fortune, and your long travel. Remember these three, that's more than enough. Okay. Equilibrium. Okay. when you say what is the fortune, when your health, wealth, and wisdom is in equilibrium, is the fortune. Right? Even if your health is imbalanced and you have a number of wealth, what is the use of it? If you didn't have a health, you have the higher wisdom. What is the use of it? Okay, everything it should be in a place. Then that is a fortune. Okay, now let's see the ninth lord in the first house. Definitely, everybody will have this question. Let me know what is the fortune. Okay, now let's see about the ninth lord in the first house. First house is the Jataka. First house is who or he or she is. What is the self? What is the image of the person, personality? How he, she, or will look like? That is the first house. Your entire personality will be defined in the first house itself. That's it. Keep aside. Now, ninth lord in the first house. Let's see about the ninth house. Ninth house significance is for Purva Punya, Pitrusthana, and father-like figure, guru, fortune comes under the ninth house. Now, this ninth lord is sitting in the first house. How you can define this one? One of the Triguna lord sitting in its the Lagna, or one of the Triguna lord sitting is another Triguna lord, one of the Triguna lord sitting in the Kendra lord. Okay, you can say like this, right? So, is that good or not? Very perfectly good. Next, increase your auspiciousness also. Or the ninth lord who going to give you the. Give me 1 second. Sorry for that. Okay. Now, the ninth lord in the first house means these people will become the self-made person. That kind of an energy, the nervous system which is built in them, it's going to lead their life on their own. They definitely get the okay. Ninth house is also for your public life, and these people will get not the public life, public honor. Public life will be in the tenth house, but this is the how you recognized in among the public. That is the ninth house. So these people will be recognized very well. Yes, of course. So in we see the other peoples, they are very well, they are very well talented, but they are not recognized by the other. But when the ninth lord in the first house means they are very well recognized, they whatever they did, it will be highly recognized. Okay. Interestingly, these peoples are very charming personality. Mostly they won't give any hesitation to give any kind of the compliments. It's their built-in quality for them. Okay, this is the important point you have to remember. Ninth lord in the first house means they said no. Okay, you said the ninth lord in first house is good, auspicious, and I made a self-made person, this and that. But I'm struggling now. That's totally fine. When the ninth Lord Dasha was happening, when the ninth Dasha Buddhiyota happening, you will have the tremendous power inside of you, and you will reach the top with your hard work. In a very simple thing. Even if you are struggling, you definitely win your life. It is the same thing. These people are very personal magnetism. They enjoy the public life. So you can say it as in a simple word. They really enjoy the public life. Anybody having ninth lord in first house? Hmm? Hmm. Let's move on. The people who born on in this ninth lord in the first house, clean personalities. And now we are going to see the ninth lord in the second house. Okay, my personal recommendation is to you. This is for your reference for your study. If you are able to find these people horoscope, it's a little bit easy for you to understand, because on the top of these people are highly honored among the publics. Even now, 75 years after, you still been able to understand who's Mahatma Gandhi, right? Who's Dhirubhai Mani, definitely somebody will know about in their life. These people are very well recognized, very well known by the public. But still, I recommend you to see the people who's living around you, easily accessible, their horoscope, and you can see their attitude, see their characteristics, how they're behaving, how they're taking their life in the next direction. So that's give you the different understanding of reading the horoscope. But sometimes it's you feel like, okay, I'm seeing everything as a horoscope. That craziness will go away, will fade away.
Microwave.
Uh, I just muted. If you want to speak, you can mute yourself. Okay. When you see other people, when you see the people who living around you, see the horoscope and and you have that kind of an understanding, it gives you the different feeling for your horoscope learning. But sometimes you feel like you are seeing everything as a horoscope. But this kind of the craziness will fade away, and it will give you the tremendous wisdom in you. But definitely, the wisdom will be start with the craziness, I believe. Let's see about the ninth lord in the second. Second house is Dhanasthana. Ninth lord is the Bhagyasthana. Now, the Bhagyasthana lord is going to sit in your Dhanasthana. So, good or bad, very good. The Trigonadipati was sitting in your Dhanasthana. It's good or bad, very good. Second house is for your liquid assets, speech, your additional knowledge you acquired from anywhere, your family, food, nourishment, everything comes in the second house. Now, the ninth house, we already know about it. It is about the father, your fortune, your ancestors' karma. Everything comes together as the ninth house. That Lord sitting in the second house, how we are going to. Your father, the ninth lord in the second house means your father will have the prosperous and the great reputation. You definitely will acquire a property from your paternal side, particularly from your father inheritance. These people are will be very specialized in any of the fields. That means they definitely study or very maybe expert in them. When the ninth lord in the second house means these people they consider as the multi-talented personalities. They have the different diversified interest. But is that kind of the shallow understanding? No, they will go deeper into it to understand what it is. Okay? That is the additional knowledge they require. The second house, because the ninth lord is sitting in the second house means it's not just like that. They're fortunate enough to get that kind of the knowledge in their life. Okay, here is it. The concentration may not be prolonged for a very long time. The ninth lord in the second house means, for example, if you have to sit for 1 hour to study, they can't able to sit. They feel it is the 10 hours they are sitting in one place. But most possibly, they often get distracted when the ninth lord in the second house. Okay. Anybody having ninth lord in second house? Okay, if you don't have, then I will give you one homework for you. Here is it. Why the concentration for longest is often get distracted? Why this? When the ninth lord in second house, how it will be relating with the concentration and distraction? That way, the ninth lord in the second house. Why it is? Okay, you can tell no also, or you can consider it as a homework. Okay. You no need to wait for the homework for next week to reply to this question. You can reply in the WhatsApp any point in time. Okay, in between this maybe week time. Okay, let's moving on. Why I'm particularly asking you to research about this, because this will going to give you the different dimension in your learning. So let's move into here. Fortune or the gift. Okay, this is we'll learn about this. This morning, ninth lord in the third house. Third house is the Dhairyasthana. The Bhagyasthana Adhipati was sitting in the Dhairyasthana. Or it's going to increase your courage or ambitious or not. As of course it is going. Okay, first and learn about the third house. Third house is about aim, ambition, courage, art, passion, communication. Your colleagues and neighbors comes under the third house. Your siblings also third house. Now the ninth lord, father, guru, and fortune, Pitusthana, Bhagyasthana comes under the ninth house. That Bhagyadipati was Bhagyasthana Adhipati was in the third house. That is the ninth lord in the third house. You definitely have the fortunate to learn art, passion, or communication. Either one, you will definitely be skilled. Yeah. What is fortunate without? You may be very interested in multi. You have that skill, but what is a fortunate here? You may not have the health to involved in that kind of art and passion. You interested, or you don't have the money to spend to learn, or you don't have the time for that. The time you believe that I have my other profession, I can concentrate here, but I well versed in this art and that passion, this, that. But when the ninth lord was sitting in that third house means you definitely will fortunate to learn the art and you will be going in upward direction in the in the in whatever the art which you are following, whatever the passion you are following. It's always in the upward direction. Okay. Importantly, the father is respectable in the society. Your paternal is a happiness. It's a simple thing. These people are pleasing personalities. They are not. Here is it. When the ninth lord in the third house, it's a default thing. They are pleasing personality. They are charming, having the charming manners. But here the thing is, this kind of the personality traits will differ when any of the grahas which is posited in this particular ninth house, that will give you the opposite reaction. Okay, they may not be the pleasing personalities. They are very they are very lazy. They don't tend to do anything. Okay. Most probably these peoples are over analytical in nature. Over means over. They go beyond. They are thinking. They are not overthinking, not merely overthinking. They are analytically overthinking. But they are successful in any task. Obviously, yes. But this overthinking had some kind of the demerit for them also. Possibility is high, the travel and their sure. Possibility is really high. Anybody having ninth lord in third house?
I do have Meena Lagna, Vrishchika is the ninth house, Kuja is the third house.
This is right. Yes. You are seeing the horoscope now? Ninth lord in the third house. Okay, let's see about your ninth lord. Ninth lord is here, Mars. And Mars is in the third house. Along with the Venus. Here is a thing. Anyway, we are going to see his third house today. Okay, we'll continue with this horoscope first. Okay. Which one is exactly matching for you? Which is no? You feel like no, it's not me. English are only saying this, right? Hmm? Hello?
Yes, yeah. He's on
Okay.
mute.
Yes, yes. Sorry, I couldn't unmute. Yes. Yeah, the first one is okay, correct. I think passionate, fortunate with communication, I could say. Second one is okay. I think he was not. Yeah, he was respectable. Yeah. That
Do you have a sibling, sir? First of all, do you particularly younger sibling,
no younger, all older siblings. No,
uh, brother or sister?
both older. Two brothers.
Elder sister, elder brother.
Yes, four sisters, four elder sisters, two elder brothers.
Okay, here is the thing: the paternal happiness comes, right? You definitely do you have that kind of bonding with your siblings? How is
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Very good understanding.
Okay, here is the thing: when you this is when the Mars in the third house, the Jataka won't have the younger siblings, particularly younger brother. They don't have. That will come for sure. Most of the time, 90% of the horoscope you see, the Mars in the third house, they won't have the younger brother. If they have, they definitely living in far away from wherever they are. So
My
when I
wife
see the
also has the same combination.
same house,
Mars and Venus in the third house, but she's Tula Lagna. But
Mars
for
and the
her,
Venus, in
third house, yeah, Mars
Mars and
and
the
Venus
Venus
in the third
in
house,
the
Dhanu
okay,
Rashi.
awesome.
Yeah, for her.
Okay, when we see this your horoscope, I will tell you the greater secret. That oh my god, this is awesome. Okay, let's come back here. I will finish this, and when we discuss about your horoscope,
Yeah,
I will please remind me if I forgot also.
okay.
So then come back here. Okay.
Yeah,
About the
in this one, yeah, and then pleasing personality. I don't know if I think that is okay because I had a get together on Thursday. By the way, I'm back in India, so
Hmm.
I was in Chicago and I met all my Tirtha Yatri companions that went to Kailas and Manasarovar. About 20 of them came to see me, so that was very nice. And over analytical, I think that is also true because I think a lot, all possibilities, analytical, kind of thing. Yeah. Travels, it was only in one job that I had
Okay,
travels.
here the Venus and the Mars was here. Then are you? How about this one? This personality traits will be differ when the planets was present. Okay, when we are seeing about the only the ninth lord in the third house, that ninth lord is becomes the Mars. The Mars don't have the pleasing personality, but the
I
Venus
don't.
has.
Okay. So I know what you mean. Okay, so it will be kind of angry leader,
But you
whatever.
have the charming. Here is the kind of the mix and match. The Venus will be very charming, and Mars is like a passionate person with fiery energy. When they are combined together, they will give you the neutral effect. They won't be the pleasing personalities. They won't become the very charming, but it's they're coming in the in between. The personality will be as majestic as it is, or as soft as it is, because the Venus is very soft, Mars is very strong and fierceful. But they combine it together, they will give you the wonderful energy. That becomes your personality trait. That's why I'm saying when you see the personality trait in when we are learning about this, the graha which is present, then you have to combine it together, then alter the personality trait here, right? Okay, let's moving into ninth lord in the fourth house. Ninth lord we already know about it. It is about ninth house is about your father like figure, guru, fortune, and your ancestral blessings comes under the ninth house. And that lord, that is the Bhagis, the lord was sitting in the Matrusthana, that is your fourth house of your own mother, real estate, vehicle, harmony, social life. Whatever you feel, that is my happiness. That lord was in that house, the Bhagisthanadipati was sitting. As a ninth lord was sitting. How it will be? How you can read this also? Trigona Lord is sitting in the Kendra house. Okay? Is that auspicious or not? Very auspicious. These people definitely blessed with the house and combines everything. Okay? When the ninth, sorry, when the ninth lord in the fourth house means they are deeply attached to the mother, because the ninth lord and the fourth house combined, the bond between the mother and the child will be very good. And here is the thing. Inheriting the father's immovable properties, that means the asset, real estate, or any kind of the land, immovable properties, they have a higher chances to inherit. They are really gifted persons, very social in nature. Uh, some people you want their companies. You may be the friends of 10 peoples, but 10 peoples wants you among them because you are well gel with them and you don't speak the high and low with any other person. You are in a very neutral phase and you maintain the harmony among everybody. And that is why these people want their company all the time. Simple thing. Whatever the work they do, they worship it. Okay? Because the ninth lord is also for rituals, rites, any conventional things, traditional things. Here, the ninth lord in the fourth house means these people believe, I don't want to go to the temple, I want to go to my work. I want to do my job sincerely. That is the mindset they have. This is the this is the kind of the neuro cells which develop in their body because of the kind of uh, the immune system built in there accordingly when the ninth lord in the fourth house was sitting. Ninth house lord sitting in the fourth house, you know your neuro cells will work accordingly only. Okay? Anybody having ninth lord in fourth house? Okay. Let's move into, we'll finish with the fifth house, then we'll move to the horoscope. Okay. Ninth lord is the fifth house. This is Trikona lord in again the Trikona house. It's again the Bhava lord. Ninth lord, we already know about this is the father like figure, guru, fortune, ancestors' blessing, and it's also any kind of the traditional conventional things. And when it comes into the fifth house comes under your what you're thinking, what is your creativity. Consume means when it's a conceive about the children, conceive about your ideas also, thought process. If you are a creator, what kind of the ideas you conceived earlier before your creation? And spontaneity. These peoples are very humorous in nature, humorous people, sensitivity, amusement related stuff, speculative, analytical, calculation, Putrasthana comes under the fifth house. Now keep that in mind. In this house, ninth lord is going to setting. What it is going to happen? Trikona lord sitting in the Trikona, auspicious? Yes, auspicious. It is going to give fortune in your life? Yes. How it is going to give the fortune in your life? Here, ninth lord is a ninth from the nine. So that means when you count the ninth lord, it becomes a ninth from the nine. Okay. Father becomes fortunate and successful. That is the meaning for the Bhava. Definitely, your father will be very much famous and prosperous. That's really a good thing, right? These people are renowned for their learning. Mostly, highly possible, they become the phrenologist. They have the pure character. They don't have kind of any impurity. They're very pure in nature because the traditional thing, the conventional thing, that the Lord is governing and sitting in the fifth sthana, it's going to give you that kind of the spotless character. They have this immense courage in their life. Most probably, they are prosperous with harmonious family life. They definitely will have the harmonious family life. Anybody having 9th Lord in 5th house? Again, I quickly getting into our last section, that is our horoscope reading. Okay. Currently, we are reading A.C. Murali's horoscope, and Lagnam, Lagnadipati is the Meena Lagna, Lagnadipati is the Guru. Kendra Tripura, we already saw that. One more time. Kendra is the Meena. There was no Graha in it. In the Mithuna Rahu. Kanni, there was no Graha. Ketu, Dhanur in the Dhanur, Ketu only. So if you see the Kendra Sthana, only Rahu and Ketu was there. Okay, let's see about the Trikona. Trikona is the Vajnagraha in it, Meena Rasi. And in the Kadaka Rasi, Suryan and the Sun and the Mercury. And in the 9th house, there was no Graha present in it. Who's a lot? Mars is the lot. Keep that in mind. So in the Trikona, there was 2 Grahas present in it. Okay, there was no Yoga Graha. Graha's combinations we already saw about that. Aspect also. Exalted, debilitated moon house also we saw that. Retrograde, I guess there was one retrograde planet, that is the Saturn. Combustion, I don't think so. Combustion, Parivardhana. Okay, Parivardhana also I don't think any of that. Okay. Now let's see about the third. Okay, here is the thing. Here, we'll see about the one technique here, then we will later combine it together. Okay, firstly, when Venus was representing as the, okay, before the, let's see, Meena Lagna, 3rd house, that is the Rishabha Rasi, here, Rishabha. In this Rishabha Rasi, who is the Lord? Venus is the Lord. Venus moves which Rasi is other Rasi? That is the Tula Rasi. In the Tula Rasi, moon was present. In the Venus was present in its moon Rasi, that is the Rishabha, along with the Mars. Mars moves which Rasi? Mesha and the Vrikshika. In the Vrikshika, no Graha. In the Mesha, the Jupiter was present in it. Okay, keep that in mind. Before then, we have to see, is there any other aspect what's happening here? Tell me, is there any other aspect what's happening here? This is the house we are seeing.
No
3rd house.
aspects. No aspects
No.
on the chart.
So then that is easy for us. Why? Because we have to only concentrate on these 2 planets. Okay? Okay, let's see about one technique. Venus, when Venus represents in the male horoscope, Venus represents the wife, your sisters, or the women who's involved in your life. Okay, that is together. Mars, your younger siblings, especially in your male's horoscope. Okay. Now, we already saw about that when the Mars was present in the 3rd house, it is the younger sibling house. Here we are seeing about the Venus is meant for females in your life. That is your wife, sisters. Here, particularly in the 3rd house, younger sisters. So Mars means it's a younger sibling. When the Mars was present in the 3rd house, definitely the younger sibling was not high, not possible most of the time. Okay. Now Sam has already said he has no younger brothers, so we keep that aside. So what's that happening? Most of the time when these grahas like this was present, this one acquired the quality of this. This one acquired the quality of this. Like little bit confusing, right? We'll make it as very much easy. Okay, let's go with the Venus one. Venus character is kind of very charming in nature. Remember that one. She's very charming, very gentle, and decorative, luxurious, and interested towards the luxurious. Okay. And it's coming into the Mars. Mars is like a fierce energy, very anger, temper, passionate about doing anything, speed, energetic. That is the Mars in it. Now, when these people are combined together, okay, the 2 in the male's horoscope. Is that good or bad? It's a kind of the good. When? That is the first. If the males who were seeing that male's horoscope, if the female horoscope is also having the same combination, Venus and the Mars, this becomes the model couple, made each other couple. If that was not going to happen, their marriage life will not be peaceful. That's why when Sir was saying, my wife is also having Venus and the Mars in the third house. That's a beautiful combination. If that was not happen, their horoscope may not be fit for their marriage. Okay, now let's, because this is a Prabhu Mangala Yoga. Prabhu is the Venus and Mars is the Mangala. Prabhu Mangala Yoga in the male horoscope won't give you so much benefit. But when the Jataka was marrying the same combination female, then the same male, the Jataka we are seeing, going to get benefit after the marriage. This concept is clear? I'm confusing. Okay, we don't need to go getting into so much complexity. That's very much simple, okay? When you see the male horoscope, you see the Bhrigu Mangala Yoga, okay? Okay, I say it is in a very plain verse. Most of the time, don't consider, make it as a tone offensive word. If I tell you any bad things about the horoscope, also kindly don't consider. This is for our learning only. When the Bhrigu Mangala see in any of the male horoscope, the people won't consider it as the good sign. But this is also overwritten by other rules, overruled by the other rules. How? When it was aspect by the Guru, then whatever the Prabhumangala Yoga bad effects will be completely removed. Or if the person is married and the female was having the Prabhumangala Yoga, then they complement each other. It becomes the good yoga for them. Okay. So then what effect they will have after the marriage? Uh, their their luxury, I mean, their whatever their land, asset, travel, conveyance will be stabilized. Their marriage life, the marriage they will be very peaceful and smoothful. They live a very happy life, in a harmonious life. Even though the life will goes up and down, they become uh, very happy, peaceful life. Okay, let's see about here. Keep this in mind in one. And let's see about another technique. When a Venus and the Mars combination, I told you, right? This acquire this and this acquire this, right? Here. In the male horoscope, Venus is the spouse. Mars is the younger sibling. Suppose in case I was having the younger sibling, particularly the younger brother is very soft in nature, uh, going towards the luxury things and very beautiful, charming, handsome. Okay, this is about the younger brother. Now, when it comes into the Venus, the spouse, very free, very courageous, can handle anything, very energetic and very sportive, can handle the thing effectively, sometimes very anger in nature. That is, you understand this point, right? To govern the relation, we are given the traits of the other planets. Here, Venus is the relation, and the personality traits comes from the Mars. Mars is the relation younger sibling, that is the younger brother. The trait is coming from the Venus. Got this point, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Now let's keep with the set. Before we proceeding further, which one is right, which one is wrong?
I can't say, what, yeah, and for my wife, she has Guru Drishti on her, this combination. She has aspect of Guru. So I guess it's okay. I mean, yes, my wife is angry sometimes. I don't know, but maybe. I mean, I am also kind of short-tempered, kind of. I don't know if it is because of Mars. I think. But yeah, relationship is fine, and she adjusts. Yeah, she kind of. You know, she saw. You said something. Compliment each other, or she will adjust, or something. That is true. But Yeah, I don't. For me, this combination, like I originally asked initially, like brothers and sisters and uh, compatibility and all that, bondage and all that. But that was it is true. Um, yeah, and I'm also friendly with I have a very good, strong relationship or like bondage with my sisters-in-law also, like my wife's sisters. So,
Okay,
and
how that was coming? Because the Venus energy. If the Venus energy was not present, you would have that kind of an energy to communicate with the other females. The other females in your life, that has become your sister-in-law or your sisters or your mother, any females in your life. If the Venus energy was not there sufficiently, you may not able to communicate with them. Why? Because if the Mars energy, you are only holding the Mars energy, the Mars braveness will come. Even if you are interested to go and speak to the Venus energy also, uh, the kind of softness won't come out. That's my understanding.
mm,
Okay, let's see about the normally when we see about a third house, what are the things you are going to see? Or this person is holding the courage to fulfill their goal and ambition in their life, or because the third house is a Dhairyasthana, right? This person is able to finish their goal or able to finish at least touch the goal, or who's going to give you that answer? Third house. If somebody was asking, I have this goal in my mind, I have this ambition in my mind, can I fulfill? See the third house. The Graha is giving the auspicious energy, definitely they. But here, in Saya's horoscope, what is the third house? Venus in his own house, Mars in sitting in the Venus house. Here is the thing: the Mars is going to give you the courage, and Venus is going to give you that kind of the beautiful ideas. They complement each other. The brave and courage will be there for sure. When comes into the hard work and persistence, the Mars energy and the Venus energy will give you the kind of the stability, and they definitely goal oriented. Ambitious comes as a part of their life. Okay, here either the speech will come or the writing will come, or they are very well versed in both speech and writing. They are very good bonding with their siblings. For higher possibility, they definitely go for at least the short journeys will be highly possible. Third house is also for the short journey. Okay. In a simple word, when you see about the Venus and the Mars, they say it is the charming passion. But in the male horoscope, particularly when the people see the male horoscope, Brahmangala Yoga is not considered as the good thing in the male horoscope because it's telling something else. I'm skipping that part alone. When seen as a male horoscope, it won't consider as the good thing. But when combined with the other person's horoscopes, that is the spouse horoscope, it gives you the entirely different meaning. Okay? So when you see about when this combination was coming, okay, here is the question. When the Venus and Mars combination in the third house, if the question will come, is this Jataka is able to uh, finish his goal, finish his ambition, fulfill his ambition or no? Yes or no? Say yes or no. It's a simple yes or no question. Here in the Dhairyasthana, two grahas are present. One is Venus, one is Mars. Any goals in his life, there will be achieved or no? Yes or no only.
It will be achieved.
It will be because the Mars will give you that energy. Even if the Mars energy was settled, Venus will poke you like, okay, there's a gentle push will be there all the time. Even if you staying the kind of was, no, I don't want to do that kind of a thing. None of the time the courage will be diminished. It will be grow day by day. Once it reaches the peak also, it becomes mature and it shows its own face altogether. Okay.
So
Anybody
actually,
want
I'm
to
on
add?
Venus Mahadasha right now. So Mars Bhukti happened probably 21 to 20, no, 20, 2021 or 2020, 2020, 2021. So it was good actually. That period was good. Like for work, for money, and for everything, it was good.
That's really awesome. When particularly when the Venus Dasha, Venus Buddhi, Mars Dasha, and Mars Buddhi was happening, your brave and courage will be it's emerged from you. It's coming inside from you. Anybody want to add any other thing for the third house, particularly this combination? Yes. That's all for class today. We'll see other houses too next class. Fourth house for the next class. Okay.
Okay.
Any
Thank you.
questions?
Okay.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.